Welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show, a podcast covering all things minor league baseball. Get a front row seat to the action with everything you need to know about the future stars of Major League Baseball. And now, here's your host, Chris Clegg.
Welcome into the show. It is Tuesday, April the 29th. We're going to talk baseball. First, the episode is brought to you by Connect Roasters, Ian Happ's coffee company. Go check it out, connectroasters.com. You can get the Gold Glove blend. Buy one, get one 50% off. We're also proud to partner with Chinook Seedery, the best sunflower seeds in the game. Go to chinookseedery.com, get your favorite seeds, or get a sampler pack, 10% off using the code DynastyDugout at chinookseedery.com. Well, it's Tuesday, meaning there was no minor league baseball yesterday. Monday is the typical off day for minor league baseball, but it does give us a good opportunity to talk about the standouts statistically from the month of April. We are heading into May this week, and so we've got a good month sample at this point for minor league baseball. Yes, if you know me, I'm not a very big statistical guy. I just don't care all that much about the surface statistics, but we're going to break those down because I bet people in your league do. We're going to talk about who the leaders are in each category, what matters, is it sustainable, all those sorts of things, and if you should be in on these top prospects. So we're going to do the hitters. We're going to talk about the top performers in each category for hitters, and then we will go to the pitchers. I've filtered this age 24 and under. Sure, that may cut out some guys. You're like, well, why would you do that? But, I mean, we do have late career breakouts, but for this exercise, 24 and under, we'll talk about it a little bit. Do these matter? Do they not? But let's dive in. Here's the least important statistic, but a lot of people do think it's important, so we have to talk about it. It's batting average. Does batting average really matter? And I will tell you no, and batting average really doesn't matter in the minor leagues, and here's why, because scores are really weird in the minors. Defense, if you sit on any minor league baseball game, defense is really, really bad, especially at the lower levels. And there's balls that are scored as hits that definitely shouldn't be hits, that I would score as an error, but they're not always scored that way. So batting average is fluky. I like to look at contact rates. I like to look at a little more under the hood data for that. But here we are, and we have the batting average leaders. Here's the top 5 in batting average across the minors. We have one AAA guy in there, but the order is Jordan Sprinkle. He's a 24-year-old for the Chicago White Sox org. He's been in single A, again, at 24. That's kind of telling, right? He just got the bump to high A Winston-Salem, so that should help a little bit. We'll get a better idea of who Jordan Sprinkle is. He was actually in high A last year and went back to single A, so that's telling, but Sprinkle has made a jump. He's changed his approach. We're seeing a more patient approach, and also the contact rate is up 10 percentage points for Jordan Sprinkle, so I think that is at least notable. In the ball on the ground a bit too much, but a lot of line drives. So the line drive approach certainly helps, and he's running a 525 BABIP. That's always important. If you're looking at batting average, look at BABIP too, especially early in the season. Sprinkle has a 525 BABIP. That's going to regress back. The league average BABIP's like 300 for reference. So you're going to see some regression there. Sprinkle slashing 420, 547, 460, so pretty high slash line there. Good stuff. But here's a legit one. It's Moises Ballesteros of the Chicago Cubs. Why is this important? Because Ballesteros is a young 21 in AAA. Some of these guys, as I mentioned, Sprinkle's 3 years older than him, and he's in single A. So Ballesteros being in AAA doing this, I think, is pretty significant. You look at what Ballesteros has done. He's hitting 414 on the year. That's obviously a huge deal. He's hit 2 home runs. He's had 7 doubles and a triple. He's even stolen 3 bags. Who would have guessed that Moises Ballesteros was stealing 3 bases? But again, he can hit. He always has been able to hit. The contact rates are good. He's running an 82% end zone contact, 80% overall. Those marks are really, really good. So does it matter? Absolutely it matters for Moises Ballesteros, who is young, he's facing good pitching, and he's handling his own. So really like what I've seen from Moises Ballesteros. The question with Ballesteros that I've always had is, can he catch? And the answer is, we still don't know. Everybody wants Ballesteros up. I get it. but he needs to develop in the minors as a catcher. That will be the most important thing for him to further his development, is to say, hey, we really need you to focus on your catching and go from there. The third leader in batting average, hitting .404 this year, is Carter Dorighi, Dorighi. He's a 21-year-old in the Seattle Mariners system. Now, just being honest, like, not overly familiar with Carter Dorighi. I was a little bit surprised when I saw him on the list, so I did a little more digging, like, who is this guy? Where'd he come from? Well, Carter Dorighi is an undrafted free agent out of Butler University. Played in the MLB Draft League last year. He was really good in the MLB Draft League, actually. He hit there, had a .373 average with an .889 OPS, and he was an undrafted free agent. He went to Modesto last year, and he struggled. I look at this, and it's kind of interesting. Like, there's always some undrafted free agents that pop, but when you look at Carter Dorighi, he's 6'1", 190, infielder. There's not a lot of juice in the bat. I don't think there's a lot of speed either. He's still on 3 bases. So how legit is it? We shall see. AJ Ewing, he is legit. Ewing. Ewing of the Mets. He's hitting .400 this year. He's doing a lot of things that you want to see. He's hitting them for power. We've seen the improved approach. Well, he's always had a good approach, but he's chasing at a very, very low clip. He's even stolen 14 bases. He's going to pop up on several of our categories, so that's obviously interesting to see. And then Eric Torres of the Royals, hitting .388. AJ Ewing, by the way, he's 20 years old. He's still in single A. I bet he's out of there pretty soon and heads to high A Brooklyn. That would not shock me a bit. But Eric Torres, he's high A. He's 20, which is, again, good age to level there. I saw Eric Torres a lot last year. He was in single A Columbia, near where I live, so I was at the ballpark a lot to see Torres and other guys, but he did not have a great year in Columbia. But so far this year, he's swinging it well for Quad City, high A for the Royals. All right, that's batting average. Again, do we care about batting average? Maybe not at this point in the year. I think it's significant for some players, like Moises Ballesteros hitting well. Yeah, it matters. He's 21 AAA. AJ Ewing hitting well. Looks good. OBP, these combined, so an on-base percentage is basically your hits plus your walks divided by your total plate appearances. So the amount of times you have gotten on base, whether it be a walk or hit by pitch, whatever it is, divided by total plate appearances. Jordan Sprinkle checks in the top there too at 547, which is pretty crazy. Again, let's see how Jordan Sprinkle fares in high A. He's back up there. He was 24 in single A. Slade Caldwell. Now, Caldwell has been lighting the world on fire. He's moving up rankings, and for good reason, because Caldwell was a first-round pick last year for the Arizona Diamondbacks, selected 29th overall. Caldwell's smaller. He's listed at 5'9". I'd say he's every bit of 5'6". He's known for his contact and OBP skills, though, and we're seeing that directly. The approach looks good. He's hitting .310. He's getting on base at a .524 clip. The contact rate looks really good. He actually has one of the lowest swing rates in baseball right now, 27% swing rate. So he's not swinging the bat at all, which I don't like. Swing the bat more, Slade. We want that for you because you make a lot of contact. 79% contact rate. Really, really good. This next guy is fascinating. He's an athletics prospect. It's Clark Elliott. Clark Elliott had some buzz when he was drafted. He was taken back in 2022 out of Michigan, and he hasn't really panned out. Now, Elliott's fascinating because there is some potential power and speed combo. We did not really see it last year, but he missed some time. He had 256 plate appearances. He had 6 home runs and 7 stolen bases. But Elliott did hit .300 last year with a .437 OBP. If he can get to more power, then it's a kind of fascinating profile because the field to hit is actually pretty good. And you look at the kind of batted ball distribution, and it's pretty solid. He lifts the ball. He can get to the pull side. He can actually use the whole field well. But his contact rate is up this year, 77%. Low swing rate, so no shock he's getting on base. He's not swinging the bat very often. .516 OBP for Clark Elliott of the Athletics, not the Oakland Athletics. Apologies on that. They are no longer in Oakland. Next guy on the list is another one. Not overly familiar with. Bennett Thompson of the Cleveland Guardians, 13th round pick out of Oregon last year. And he's getting off to a good start. He's a catching prospect. Yeah, I mean, he's in single A at 22. So you look at it, it's kind of like, okay, like we need to see him bump up a bit. But he's hitting 367 with a 516 OBP, which is really solid. 1 home run, 4 stolen bases. He hit at Oregon too. In 3 years at Oregon, he hit 375, 340, 286. And he got on base at a 459, 402, 391 clip in his 3 years. So not shocking there. But again, it's another case like, does it matter? Like, he's not swinging the bat much. He's making a lot of contact when he does swing, but got to swing the bat more for us to be able to form a good opinion on Bennett Thompson of the Guardians. Next guy is Ryan Jackson of the San Diego Padres. He's a 23-year-old in single A. So again, it's like age adjusted to level. Does it matter? Not a whole lot. He's getting on base at a 510 clip, hitting 319. Sure, it's great to see that he's walking at 27.5% clip and he's striking out at a 19% clip. But again, 23, he is a former 17th round pick out of Southern California, and he is in single A with the Padres. And then AJ Ewing checks in again, 506 OBP. AJ Ewing is legit. I really do believe that. He doesn't chase. He makes a lot of contact. So some of those matter, some of them don't. So that's the OBP leaders. What about home run leaders? These are more fun. I broke this up AAA and then non-AAA because AAA has played an extra week. So the rate stats are a little different, but the counting stats like home runs, like it gives these guys a benefit. They've played an extra week. So Nick Kurtz, there's 3 guys in AAA with 7 home runs. Nick Kurtz, who has been in the majors for a week, Yanquiel Fernandez, and Marcelo Meyer. Now, this is an interesting group. It's 3 totally kind of different profiles. Nick Kurtz being a first baseman, well-rounded profile. He's going to get on base. He's going to hit for power and potentially average. We haven't seen that yet in the majors, but again, it shows you how hard Major League pitching is to hit. Yanquiel Fernandez, people have loved this guy. They've called him Baby Jordan, Baby Bonds. It's ridiculous. Like, just being honest, that's a ridiculous comp. Yes, Yanquiel Fernandez has probably 70 grade raw power, but his hit tool's not there, and the approach is one of the worst in baseball. And if you know anything about Yordan Alvarez or Barry Bonds, their approach were some of the best in baseball. So that's why I hate comps, honestly, player comps, because they get those egregious comps. They're not even close. Fernandez does have power, though, as I mentioned, but the approach, everything else is not great. You look at the chase rate right now, 43%. That's not new. He's chased over 40% every season of his career. I remember when people were talking about Yanquiel Fernandez as a top 25 prospect. I was like, whoa, hold on. Like, this guy has zero approach at all. His contact rates are interesting. 75% overall, 82% install. Those are fine. Like, those are actually good. But the approach is just so bad that I'm not sure it can work, honestly. Marcelo Meyer, though, I am all in on at this point. Meyer, he's back. He just got to stay healthy. Meyer has progressed every season of his career. When I had him in Greenville and high A, he wasn't that great. And everybody's like, oh, this guy's a superstar. I didn't see it then. But you look at the numbers, and they've steadily improved. Meyer looks ready for the majors at this point. He's hitting well. He's chasing at a 27% clip. It's like average, a little better than average. 88% end zone contact, 79% overall contact from Marcelo. And he's hitting the cover off the ball, which helps. 92 mile an hour average EV, really good. 53% hard hit rate. Yeah, Marcelo Meyer. I mean, I'm all in. A couple of others in non-AAA, though. 2 non-AAAs have 7. That's Jose Ramos of the Dodgers, and it's Spencer Jones of the Yankees. Both guys are kind of interesting. I mean, I'm just not in on Jose Ramos. I know that there's people that do like Ramos, but again, it's a case where he swings and misses at everything. I get the power's legit here. Obviously, it shows. 2023, he hit 19 homers and 485 plate appearances. In 2024, it was 17 homers and 506 plate appearances, and it's 7 this year and 79 plate appearances, which is absurd. Strikeout rate's down. That's good. Last year, he struck out at a 34% clip. This year, it's 25%. This is also his 3rd season in Double-A. That's worth noting. Why am I not in? Because he can't make contact. 59% contact rate. Like, it's just, I just don't care that he's doing this, honestly. Not someone I'm investing in at all. And Spencer Jones is who he is. You know, that's like just the profile. Like, He's got speed. He's got power. The hit tool's not there. He's a good athlete. He plays center field really well. And there's 3 non-AAA batters that have 6 home runs. It's Javier Rivas. He's 22 years old, high A with the Pirates. It's Josh Cross. Josh Cross is in the St. Louis Cardinals organization. He's 22 in single A. And Rodney Green, who actually is a semi-legit prospect. Rodney Green's in the Athletics organization. Don't worry, I won't say Oakland this time. He's just turned 22. So he was 21 to begin the year. He just turned 22. He's in high A. Green has legit power. Major hit tool questions. Let's do some stolen base leaders real quick. And yeah, there's a lot of fun ones here. Asbel Gonzalez, Kansas City Royals. Asbel Gonzalez is a legit prospect. I've seen him a good bit this year. He's in the Royals org. He's in Columbia with me in high A, just turned 19, 25 stolen bases so far. Crazy. Tommy Hawk, Guardians, 24. Another Jordan Sprinkle, Chicago White Sox, 20. The only AAA gal in here, surprisingly, Jacob Marcy. He's in the Marlins org. He has 18. John Gill with the Braves, 15. And A.J. Ewing again on 14. So A.J. Ewing has popped a lot. Jordan Sprinkle's popped a lot. And to round out the batters, here's the WRC Plus leaders. Ryan Nicholson of the Angels, 219 WRC Plus. He's a little bit of an older prospect to be in single A still. Cooper Kinney is second in WRC Plus. He's in double A with the Rays. He just turned 22, by the way. He's pretty fascinating. He had a shoulder injury this spring, so to kind of come over that and to hit like he has 5 home runs and 74 plate appearances, 353, 405, 676 slash. Cooper Kinney has a 216 WRC plus. Joe Mack, catcher for the Marlins, 210. Joe Mack's the Marlins catcher of the future. Yes, Augustin Ramirez is hitting. He's looked incredible, but I think that Mack is the catcher behind the plate of the future that you want, and he's hitting 210 WRC plus. CJ Kafis, who just got the bump to AAA for the Guardians, 209 WRC plus, and a personal favorite, Arun Escobar, 203 WRC plus. So let's go to a quick break, and we will be right. All right, let's talk about some pitching leaders in the minors. Now, these are kind of interesting because you have some guys that pop in one category and might pop in all categories. So obviously, like, we take a lot of these with a grain of salt this early, but yeah, there's some interesting guys. So the ERA leaders off the bat, I put the 5 lowest ERAs of minor league pitchers, of qualified pitchers at that. Again, 24 and under. The first guy is Mike Paredes with the Minnesota Twins. He's 24 in double A. This one, he's not allowed to run yet. He's actually pretty interesting because I looked, and last year he had a 3.02 ERA in 65 innings. He's not a starter, but he's throwing like bulk innings. He's made 6 appearances in 17.2 innings, is not allowed to run. He also is not striking out anybody. He has a 17% strikeout rate, 9% walk rate. Is it a legit prospect? Probably not. But the next 2 that have not allowed to run are Hunter Barco and Braxton Bragg. Hunter Barco, Pittsburgh Pirates org. There was once talk that Barco was one of the top pitchers in the draft. Came out of Florida. Pirates got a pretty good bargain on him, I think, in the draft. He had TJ, he's come back, and he's looked really, really good this year. Hunter Barco, somebody I've talked about a lot. I talked about him yesterday on the show, so go check that out. It's good stuff. Is it an ace? Probably not, but is it like mid-rotation, SP4 type? Yeah, I believe so. Hunter Barco's in AA with the Pittsburgh Pirates. He'll probably bump AAA soon. We also have Braxton Bragg of the Orioles, who is not allowed a run. Bragg began the year in high A, pitched 16 innings there in 3 starts. He goes to AA through 4 1/3 scoreless last week. Braxton Bragg is someone that I love. He misses bats. He limits the walks. The walk rate's okay. Like, it's not like super good, but it's not bad either. And Bragg has pretty good stuff. Again, you can check out my written prospect reports on all these guys for more in-depth detail. I'll link that in the show description, but Bragg has a good fastball slider combo, like what he brings to the table. Griffin Herring of the New York Yankees. Everybody's kind of all about this one. Yankees arm. Yankees have done well with arms, but Griffin Herring, I'm not fully buying into yet. Yes, he got an $800K bonus. He went to LSU last year. I get it. It's easy to buy into the hype. But again, he's in single A right now. He's tearing up single A pitcher or hitters as he should. He's also running a 91% strand rate and a 218 BABIP. That'll normalize. He's striking out 30% of hitters. Great. But again, Griffin Herring, 0.39 ERA. My issue is the fastball is not great. It's like 88 to 92. Like, you have to be really, really good to play with that. Now, the other guy on this list with a .44 ERA, Zach Thornton, not Thornton, but Thornton, Thornton. Thornton is pretty impressive this year. He's pitched really well. He's got a .44 ERA. He's striking out 32% of batters and has a 2.6% walk rate. That's absurd. That's a near 30% K minus BB. I think Thornton's pretty interesting. He's got a good fastball in the mid-90s. He's got a couple of good secondaries. He's from Grand Canyon, 2023 fifth-round pick. I'm much more interested in Zach Thornton than I am Griffin Herring, for what it's worth. Thornton might be legit. He's a 23-year-old lefty in high A. Maybe he goes to double A soon. That would be ideal. Strikeout percent leaders. I don't use K per 9 for what it's worth. I think per 9 stats are just not great because it doesn't tell you a lot if you face a lot of batters. If you're a bad pitcher and you face a lot of batters per inning, then it doesn't really tell you anything. Rate stats, percentage stats are on a per at-bat basis or total batters faced, so that matters much more. It's just a much better denominator. So the strikeout percent leader, Sean Lennon. I say Lennon, it's not even Lennon. Lignon. Sean Lignon of the Dodgers. He's in single A, 54.1% strikeout rate. Lignon is absurd. He's got one of the best changeups you'll watch. His fastball's all right, too. Like, his fastball's 92 to 95 at times. And he's got a slider, kind of a, shorter, cutterish slider with some good traits. Is Sean Lignon legit? Maybe not, but he's not this good. He's not bad either. I think he's a good pitcher. I want to see him faced against better competition. I think he'll be good. I've got him like around the 250th best prospect, but we're not looking at like a soaring like best pitching prospect in baseball. Neither are we. This is a big drop, by the way. I was going down the list. 54.1% K rate for Sean Lignon. His teammate Aiden Fuller is the next highest at 44.3%. So a 10% drop, which is crazy. Aiden Fuller has no command. He's walked like 16% of batters. So like, that's obviously something to look at and be like, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Wei-In Lin, though, with the Athletics, he struck out 43.5% of batters. Wei-In Lin might be legit, though. He's one of those guys you watch and it's like, yeah, this guy's pretty fascinating. He's 19-year-old lefty in single A. So to see a lefty, he throws low 90s, but yeah, it's age appropriate. And he signed last June from Taiwan. Like, this is a guy really early in his development. Wei-In Lin, I'm pretty fascinated by, much more so than Aiden Fuller. Also, Wei-In Lin has not walked a batter. Like, he's not walked a single hitter all year. That's crazy. Hayden Mullins, he just got bumped to double A. He's in the Boston Red Sox org. He was repeating high A, just given the circumstance of that they have so many pitchers in that org. They were rehabbing in AAA. We're actually seeing a bump now. Hayden Mullins going to double. We're seeing Brandon Clark go to high A. And after this week, I'm almost certain that Conley Early's going to triple. Or the Portland Sea Dogs have an 8-game week, so they kind of need that extra pitcher. And I think next week we'll see Early jump to AAA. But Hayden Mullins, he's a fascinating guy. He's got kind of an invisible fastball. It's a funky, tough release point. Like up here, hides it well. Very good ride on this fastball. He misses a lot of bats despite sitting 92, 94. And another Met on the list, Jack Winninger, 42.1% strikeout rate. I like Winninger a lot. I like watching him pitch. He's got a good mix and solid bat missing stuff. All right, strikeout minus walk rate. A lot of these guys are the same, but I do want to highlight a couple because there are some different ones. But Sean Lignon checks in at the top. No shock, 48.6%. Not only is he striking out guys, but he's also limiting his walks. Wei-In Lin, as I mentioned, he has not walked a batter in 17 innings. So he has a 43.5% K minus BB and a 43.5% strikeout rate. Su-Chen Shah, his teammate, let me spell that, TZU-CHEN and then SHA. Su-Chen Shah is also his teammate in the organization in single A with him as well. He's got a 38.7% strikeout minus walk rate, which is pretty significant. He's a little bit older. He's 21, but he signed out of Taiwan as well in February of 2023. He's been in single A for a couple years now. We need to see him out. He had a 6.33 ERA in single A last year. Pitching really well this year. Let's see if it sticks. Blake Adams of the Colorado Rockies in double A, 38.1% K minus BB. And Hayden Mullins, again, shows up at 38.1% as well. Let's look at the swinging strike rate leaders and let's get out of here. Who's missing the most bats? Shocker. Sean Lignon of the Dodgers at the top, 24.1% swinging strike rate. The changeup whiff rate is absurd. Like, it's driving that swinging strike rate for sure. But there are a couple different guys on the list, too. Jackson Wentworth of the Blue Jays. I like Jackson Wentworth. I've written about Jackson Wentworth a lot, actually. It's a pretty interesting arsenal of pitches. Wentworth has some potential, I think, where you look at this profile, it's like, okay, like, is he legit? He's in the high A right now. He's not pitching in the best, like, circumstances in Vancouver, but this guy's fascinating. He's 22, high A, fifth round pick out of Kansas State. He's got a 92, 94 mile an hour fastball. It's not a standout shape, high release point, below average ride, but the changeup's good. Changeup sits mid 80s with heavy fade, and he has a mid 80s slider with depth as well. So Jackson Wentworth is in my top 500 now for what it's worth. He's a 22-year-old high A in the Blue Jays organization. And Trey Savage. Why is Savage not in high A? I think they want to just keep him around Florida, comfortable pitching in the warmer weather, not go to Vancouver where Wentworth is. I wouldn't be shocked if we see Trey Savage jump from single A to double A, skip high A altogether. Savage is legit, guys. Saw him in the spring. He's incredibly good. It's a high release point. He's missing bats. He's got one of the best, like, splitters that I've seen. Really good fastball, mid 90s, and some good breakers as well. He'll throw in like a pretty much hammer curveball, and he has a slider. Trey Savage is the real deal. As is Thomas White, lefty in the Marlins org. He's missing bats or swinging strike rate of 19.5%. Really, really good. So we had 3 over 20% in the minors, Lignon, Wentworth, and Trey Savage. And then Thomas White almost gets there at 19.5%. And then Aiden Fuller again at 19.3%. So those are the statistical leaders in the minors. Does it matter? Does it not? Like, we'll see. Like, I think things have begun to stabilize a little bit more, but let's kind of wait a little bit and see, like, do these things improve? Do they hold? Like, I would be surprised if we revisited this list a month from now and it was the same. So we'll see, though. But those names are worth knowing. They are the minor league statistical standouts. A lot of people prospect by stats. So there you go. You need to know those guys that are standing out, and you know if they're legit or not. So I hope that breakdown helps you. This has been another edition of the Dynasty Dugout Show. Got some big news coming your way regarding the show, so be sure to watch for that this week, and we will see you again tomorrow.